here we go. Alright folks, my apologies. Normally I like to be a little bit more earlier in the week putting these fishing videos up, these fishing reports up I should say. But in this case I kind of purposely dragged my feet because, like I say, conditions can and do change quickly, and what this week has been all about. To start out with the early part of the week, we had basically a 350 release, a little bit of runoff, maybe Pineville's around 4 something, well under 5, and then the weekend or Monday came. We got a shot of rain on Monday, came through, good shower, cleared up in the afternoon. Then Tuesday came and we got pounded. My rain gauge in Elkmar has almost 3 inches of rain in it. And that came on Tuesday. Tuesday's water flows went to 500 CFS on Tuesday, and we probably had like 300 CFS of runoff. Tuesday night the river went to 1,500, and that's what we got out here is 1,500. I'm down on the bottom of the Douglas and Salmon Run looking for some soft water and hopefully a fish on the move. I got Jeff down here trying to catch me a fish. So that's basically what happened. We're at 1,500, and it's been like this for a couple of days. So you can imagine by Wednesday those fish had 3 times the water on their heads, and it freaked them out. Everything just got flushed. It's the back eddies got dead salmon in them. I mean, the salmon are going, what's going on here? What should I do? The steelhead are smoking through the river. They're going, wait, we can run good, and they're just blowing through. We're covering a lot of water down here to get a bite or two. But that's the name of the game. You know, it's hard to get into the water we need to right now at 1,500. Fact is, I'm shooting this report. The Pineville gauge has got like 1,900 CFS, so there's like 400 CFS of runoff just at Pineville. Then it gains as it comes down river. So we're probably dealing with like 2,300 down here in the bottom end, guesstimate at 2,300 at the bottom end of the Douglas and Salmon Run. So a lot of water. If there's any salmon yet to come in, they're here. So we've got all the salmon. The steelhead in this water, they move very fast. So it's a coverage game. You got to pick your water you can, cover it, fish through it, and just keep moving. If you hit a fish, do it a couple more times, and if you don't, get on to the next pool because it's probably the fish in that spot that you got them. So it's a coverage game. We're swinging flies because it works good. We're putting on our big tips, our T14, our T17 tips. We're putting on good size intruders probably still staying at that 3.5 inch mark, but some heavier flies to help get the fly down, help keep the fly down, and help slow the swing down because some of that water, that swing is just coming through way too fast. We got to get out of that water, find softer water so we can at least make a decent presentation. So that's what's going on right now. Colors, we're just going into the box that looks cool, we're running it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And of course we're using a lot of our mini intruders and stuff like that because they swim good, they swing good, and it puts out a good target. And we're just, like I said, we're running heavy tips and our 8-9 weight big spay rods and just blast through the water. Now there, I think, as we get closer the next few days, I suspect the water flows might come down. You're going to have to check, go to the dam there, whatever they call it, safe water, whatever it is, or our Pineville gauge. What you can do is you can go onto the Douglas and Salmon Run website, and on the left-hand side they got the USGA map and the another linked into the what the dam's going to release. So keep an eye on the water flows. That could change daily this time of year. So basically what I do every night is I check the flows for the next day, then again in the morning in case they change it. Because they could say one thing at night, do another thing in the morning at this time of year because there's just so much water in the system right now. So that's basically what we're doing. Upriver, there's still a lot of salmon buried under all the water and a lot of eggs in the drift. We fished that yesterday and we didn't do too hot. I think a lot of fish are just ducking under the heavy water in the big pools and letting the storm go over their heads. So hopefully as the water drops, that'll start fishing better up there. And of course, lower river, the water drops. But my suggestion now for the bottom of the river through the Douglas and Salmon Run is treat it as a coverage game. The more water we cover, the more water we swing through, the better chances of getting into a fish or two. That's, I think, is how the DSR is going to fish for a while. There's definitely not going to be a lot of salmon down here, maybe a stray. but that's going to be it. And for pretty much for the salmon river, I'd say the salmon run is done unless you go up top and deal with zombies and spawners. So that's really what's going on here. Since we had such a big change in water and a whole change in the scheme of things, what can I tell you for flies? I don't know. Like I said, we just got a complete delete, reboot moment going on here. So with flies and everything else, so we're just still trying to figure it out. I do know you're gonna do all right with egg flies up top. That game's gonna continue. Lower river, we're using egg sucking leeches, big intruders like I mentioned, and just covering water. I think it's gonna be a good presentation coverage game over a fly game. Now that's pretty much what's going on to the salmon river. Obviously we're going into Halloween, so with the guide service we're going to do a divide and conquer. Rick and George are going to continue to be on the salmon river, taking care of our steelhead guys, steelhead fishing. I'm heading to western New York. I'm going to be chasing brown trout, and I'm going to be starting that up next week here on the brown trout gig. And I can tell you right now, out in western New York, their water is big. They got hammered too, and so you can expect to go out there and find some pretty muddy conditions. And those muddy conditions are going to linger for a few more days. And unfortunately, the long-term weather forecast for next week looks pretty cold and juicy. So we could have a pretty muddy conditions for quite a while out in the brown trout trips. Personally, myself, I love muddy water. But if you're not used to it, you don't understand what's going on, you could struggle pretty hard. But yeah, guys have said I'll fish in a mud puddle, and they're right, I will. So that's going to be starting up there. Obviously the brown trout, it's going to be an egg fly game initially. So stay tuned on the reports for the brown trout. I'll be talking about the brown trout fishing, and I'll be keeping you up to date on what's going on here on the salmon river. Still waiting on our hats. As always, I don't have any fly boxes with me. Boy, I'm organized. How many times have I been here and not have a fly box to show you? But anyways, we do have fly boxes, and we're waiting on our order and hats, and we will put together some system to where you can kind of call up or send me an email and get a hat to you. Waiting on that. We don't have a marketplace thing set up on our website yet, but that might just be happening now because we need to. So until then, folks, that's pretty much what's going on. That's kind of the update. I do have a video about ready to go up, so hit that subscribe and that bell icon so you can catch the video. I've been promising that for the last, oh God, 10 weeks. Boy, I'm on the ball. And so finally I think I got something that I can put up here real quick. And of course I want to put some brown trout fishing videos up to you too, because everybody loves big brown trout, and hopefully I can get some good big brown trout videos. Well, until then, thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and as always, all the new people that subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel, welcome. And it's good meeting everybody that stops and says hello, that says that they watch the videos. Thank you for stopping in and taking your time to say hello, and it was good meeting you. So until then, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and see you later. See you on the water, and good fishing to you. This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.